Hello and welcome back to Tetra Football, and I'm gonna say something here that will definitely offend Arsenal fans and might even offend a few other people, and that is Arsenal are not going to win the Premier League. I repeat, they are not going to win the Premier League, and I'm gonna have to explain this because a lot of people think it's almost guaranteed they're gonna win it at that point. But with City only a few points up behind, yes, with a game in hand, the issue for me with that is that the game in hand is against Man City themselves. And personally, I don't see Arsenal being able to beat Man City. Might be able to draw one of the games, but the other game I do believe City will win, and that will tip the scale in City's favour as they can overtake them then. And personally, I just see Arsenal dropping more points throughout the season as well towards the end of the season. We've seen it against Everton now, and we've seen it against Brentford, although I know that Brentford game, their goal almost should have been disallowed. Whether it wasn't, and in the title race you can't sit back and contemplate decisions like that. You got to move on and start winning games, and at the moment don't see Arsenal winning, and that's the difference between Arsenal and Man City for me. Because if you look at Manchester City from the last few seasons, what they have been is an absolute winning machine. I mean, they always go on this like 20-ish game run of just win, and I just see them doing it again. They've started that run for me against Aston Villa with that 3-1 victory on the weekend, and I just see them winning pretty much every game from now, especially on Wednesday. I think Manchester City are going to beat Arsenal and just tip this title race in their favour. Now, let's look at this. I think City are going to go on their winning run, and I see Arsenal dropping more points against teams like Brentford in a similar draw. Brighton, although I think they might have played both games against Brighton. There's just teams in the league such as Fulham who can take points off teams like Arsenal, and that's what makes the Premier League brilliant in my opinion, the fact that pretty much every team can take points off another team, especially the big teams. And I just believe that for Arsenal, the problem is, after dropping points against Brentford and losing to Everton, they just hit like a brick wall, and to power through that is incredibly difficult. I think that a huge part of Arsenal's successful run this season has been momentum, and I think after the loss and then draw, I believe that momentum is sort of faded and they won't be able to pick up form for like a game or two still. And I just think that's a big problem for Arsenal with such a young squad. The momentum was needed for confidence, and without it you can see a low confidence team not being able to perform that well. So with the specific games, it's obviously the games between Manchester City and Arsenal. Both those games still to be played. First one on Wednesday coming up, and personally I think that Man City will win that game, and just then they pretty much caught up with Arsenal, and I see Arsenal dropping points. City overtake them in the league, although Arsenal stay very close behind. And I believe what's going to be the final game is going to be City versus Arsenal due to the game that wasn't played beforehand. And I see City winning the league in that game against Arsenal. Probably Haaland going to score, De Bruyne maybe, he normally gets a goal against Arsenal or does something against them. And I just think, although Arteta's done a brilliant job, Guardiola is still a step above him managerially. But that is my bold prediction. Arsenal are not going to win the league. I do believe City will do it. They always go on an immense winning run, even though they might focus on the Champions League and they've got off the pitch problems. That squad is just too good to not win games really, and players like Haaland are going to score goals that will win them games. So that is why Man City will win the league and Arsenal are not going to win the league in my opinion. Let me know what you think about this. I know a lot of people are going to disagree, so let me know who you think is going to win the league most likely. Out of those two might be some delusional Man United fans who think they've got a chance. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below who you think is going to win the league, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.